What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. The White Knight is back. Man, I never thought I'd have to do a video about this. I never thought I'd have to address being such a gangsta G, Rico Suave. Just kidding. You know what? There's a big shift in culture, and I don't know if it's hip-hop music or whatever, but I made a post on my Facebook page. It's at like 800, 900 likes. And I'm not like Dana Lynn Bailey makes a post of her brushing her teeth. She gets 40,000 likes. I could post me bench pressing a cow. And it like 100 likes. You know, I'm not Dana. But it went crazy and people were arguing. Mike Rashid chimed in, and you know what? I'm old school, man. And I just think that women, especially online and in life in general, just talking to girls, dating and shit and all that, men suck, dude. What the fuck have we become? Your mother is a woman, I know. Now, I want to preface this and say that some of the greatest, most powerful, most prominent CEOs and leaders in this world are women. And women are just as good at men at everything. In fact, better at a lot of things, especially accessorizing clothes. I think women are amazing in the workforce. I think that, hell, our best... I'll say the world about Tabby and Araceli and the girls we have at TigerFitness.com. They're the best. They're amazing. Amazing. But we're going to step outside of business and step into conduct today. Okay? Now, Araceli, she's beautiful, right? She's a beautiful, beautiful girl. She's, you know, she scares me too. Very, very aggressive, beautiful girl. Tabby as well. Just try breaking into Tiger Fitness. See what happens if they're in the front. Try doing something. Here's the deal, though. Like, I'm still gonna open a door if we walk outside that office for them, and that's not me being sexist. That's just how the world works in my mind. Now bear with me, and this might be a stretch for you younger kids, but I think you 30 plus guys, 34, 30, 30 plus guys, I think you're going to understand this. And I really want some of you younger guys to realize that you'll get more women if you stop thinking that you're fucking Lil Wayne. And that you call women bitches and hoes and, oh, they like it. They don't. They don't. What women have done is they've given up. Sure, I mean, yeah, in bed, I mean, yeah, it's good to role play once in a while. All right, I'm just being real. I'm speaking from the heart. All right? I'm speaking from the heart. You know, there are times in a relationship where women do like the role play. And I think a lot of women, some women do like the bad boy. They do like that, you know, bad image that, you know, because it's like, it's going against the grain. It's being a rebel. But she knows that dude, you know what? That bad boy might be a little too bad, you know? And it also means bad, like bad boy. You have someone who went to prison for whatever, but he treats his woman like a princess, like a lady, like a woman should be treated. And I think women have pretty much given up. That there aren't any good guys out there. That there aren't any good guys who can treat a woman correctly. I'm not talking about even a relationship. I'm talking about like what should be expected. Like, you know what? I hold the door open for men too. If a dude's behind me and I'm walking into a grocery store, I'm going to open that door for him. All right? But for women especially, you hold doors open for them. You treat them with respect. All right? There's certain things you do. Hell, if you're on a date, guys, open the car door for her, okay? Fucking pull her chair out for her. Treat her like a princess, like a lady. All right? That's just how it should be done, in my opinion. There are different... Jason Blaha did a video on this because he read my Facebook post. And Jason and I, even when people thought we were mad and we were hateful and angry at each other, we've always been very cordial and friendly with each other. We've never had any personal... We did some funny shit on YouTube. It is what it is. But what I see lately is conduct on the internet, like with Dana. oh, she's this, she's that, she's not natty, she's got a huge clit, she's a dude. Really? Even if she was on steroids, all right? I'm not gonna take up for her androgen use. I'm just gonna say that I don't fucking care. She's a beautiful, petite, lovely looking woman. Somebody wrote today on my Facebook page, I blocked them. Oh, you're sucking Dana Lynn Bailey's dick. Really? That's disrespectful to me, to Dana, and to penises in general. And in my opinion, a penis should never be disrespected, especially mine, Robocock. What? See, this video might not even have a message to take home, but I just want to give you some shit to think about. All right, in certain religions, it's debated, such as Judaism, women in devout Judaism, and I know this not because I have Jewish heritage, but because the other night I was watching the History Channel. Seriously. I like the History Channel, what the fuck? Women are not allowed to pray. However, certain people, they argue or they have disagreements on why that is. One faction says it's sexist, and obviously this is the Hasidic, not the Reform Jews. Where the other group says it's because that at that time, men realized that with all the work that women do raising children, now keep in mind women back then probably didn't go out and have jobs, right? This is like BC, that they didn't have time to pray. So the men would go out and pray. It just depends who you ask about it. Now, when I look, and I look at life in general, and I look at all those positive influences and the people who influence you around life, and those who you look back, you go, that's a caring person. That's who brought me into this world. You think back to your mom. And you think back to who gave birth to you. You know, my mom's, you know, I'm not going to cry. I promise. I cry on too many fucking videos. My mom is a drug addict, all right? My mom lived a very, very harsh life. And when I was around 10 to 11 years old, my mom kind of went downhill and her addiction got the best of her. And she spent a lot of time in and out of mental institutions. I raised myself for the most part, and that led to who I am today. So I regret it for her, but everything happens for a reason. And I don't for one second not cherish the childhood I did have. Up to the age of 10, you know, my mom migrated here. She was born in Poland, in Krakow. She moved to Israel at the age of 7. She lived there until 14. Moved to the USA, not knowing the language, learned the language, went to college, went back to Israel to serve. I know this is going to get a lot of hate because there's so much hate for Israel right now. I'm not going to take sides publicly, because honestly, it's not a debate I wish to get into. It's not for me. I love everybody. What goes on politically, it's a war that's been going on since before we were even, when our ancestors weren't even ancestors. Long feud. Not my thing. My mother served in Israel, worked her way up. Let's just say she was very, very pronounced, very high ranking in the Israeli military for a while. She moved back here, raised a family, and, you know, she's just an amazing woman. She employed people. She owned the Cookie Company in Simi Valley for years. We had to give that up because of her problems. But I mean, my mom was very successful, and she has 2 years of college completed, which for someone, English isn't even their first language. At that time, it's different than it is now. Something to be said, she was a business owner, and she raised 2 very successful young men. But you think back, if somebody, when I was 10 years old, we were living in a small town in the high desert in California called California City. And I was trying out for a Little League team, and nobody knew me in town. We were brand new. This kid said something about my mom. And at that time, I just started to develop anger issues. My dad was actually a coach, so he was there. He signed up to be a coach, and he got a team. So I was just trying out because they make you, but I was already going to be on my dad's team. And I grabbed him by his head, punched him 2 times in the face, and continued to slam his head into the locker room door. The dugout wall was thin wood, and it was broken up. He wasn't injured that bad. But that's how much I loved my mom. You know, my mom's the first woman I ever knew. And think when someone says something about your mom, like, chances are, you know, that would make you really upset. It does for me. Not anymore, but think about when you were a child. Now, for women, I look at every woman like, you know, they're bestowed upon them that gift to give life. And also, I mean, I'm old school where I think my main duty is to provide for my children. That's why I'm here on earth. That's why I work every day. That's why I travel. That's why I do what I do, to provide for my kids. And I have a daughter as well. And think about it. For every girl you're making fun of, Dana has a father. All right. If somebody ever says anything in front of me to my daughter, or if I find somebody who does, like all you people talking shit online, I will go to jail for hurting you. So think about it. Every time there's some protective male, hopefully, in that girl's life. So every time you disrespect that woman, it's different. It's also different since I had a daughter. I have 2 sons, man. But I look at them like, you know, they're my sons. They got this, right? With a daughter, you got these kid gloves on. You know, you can't really explain it till you have a daughter. And you guys with daughters, you understand what I'm talking about. Your daughter is your girl. That's daddy's little girl, man. So every time I see that, like, you know, if somebody says something inappropriate about, let's say, Kara, she's like a couple years younger than me, but I look at it like I get protective of friends who are females, of females in my life, and I lash out because I just feel that historically, you know, or even just my own opinion, women should just be treated a certain way. And in a relationship, a woman should not open the door for a man. A woman should not open the car door for a dude. I'm old school. I know it's new. I know women drive and everything, but, you know, it's just my opinion and how I live my life that should be done. I also think that women, while they want to be empowered, like men want to be, while they are just as capable as men in the dynamics of a relationship and of society, I do believe that something is to be said about treating a woman like a lady. And I believe Mike Rashid takes it a step further. He posted this on Facebook as well. He also gave a sermon at the LA Fit Expo about this. If a man cannot provide for a woman, he does not deserve to have sex with her. He said it in better terms, but Mike's much more philosophical than me. I don't know if I agree with that completely, but I do think that in roles of society, I mean, a man's got to man up, and that's just me. And if that makes me sexist, so be it. But I'll tell you what, as an employer, it doesn't matter if you're man, woman, black, white, purple, yellow, gold. If you can do the job, that's what we want. That's what we want to move up on the ladder. That's who's going to make it happen. But in the inner dynamics of just being in life and in relationships, I do believe that women should be treated with respect. That women should be treated like put on a pedestal. That women should be somewhat worshipped up to a point, and women should be treated like ladies. It's old school. It's fucking antiquated. I get it. But it's just how I think. And that could resonate in a lot of anger and hate on this video. But I think the older guys, not all of them, I think they'll understand a bit more, because this generation is different than our generation. I mean, this generation, it's in almost a hatred for women where they're downgraded. Listen to music. I mean, that's not how you talk to a lady. You know what I mean? Like, I do it myself. I listen to old hip hop. I'm just as guilty as anyone. But I can disassociate the two. I think a lot of men let that shit kind of go together. And they believe that their real world is hip hop. And getting back to the internet is the cloak of anonymity and the cloak of I'll do what the fuck I want to do. Where someone can get online, talk shit, and then go to an expo surrounded by security guards and people with cameras and pretend they're a tough guy by going up to someone like they're going to do something and risk everything they have from a lawsuit and getting arrested and having jail time for beating the fuck out of said individual. We're in a society of cowards. We're in a society of no face, no name, anonymous trolls. And the internet takes what we see in real life with men just mistreating women in general and magnifies it. So you get someone who's successful, has a big fan base like Dana, and you have people hating her just for her success and accusing her of things that are pretty irrelevant to life in general. Whether she's on, so that's like my opinion on steroids for a personality. I think for Dana, her personality is more important than her body. Her picture is doing this, you know, her outward, like, yeah, you know, she's just so fucking cool, right? If I was going to accuse her of anything for having a fucking advantage over someone else, I'd make sure she's not on Prozac or fucking Ritalin, because she's so happy and excited and positive that her main asset is not her body, it's her brain. That's why she's popular. There's a lot of girls out there with bodies similar, if not better maybe. She is Miss Olympia, very few. There's a lot of banging women bodies out there, right? There's a lot of banging women bodies. There's a lot of good women's bodies out there. But you look at who's successful. What separates them from everybody else? It's not their body. A hot body comes a dime a dozen, man. You go to Brazil, everybody's fucking hot. The reason she has the following she does is not because she's Miss Olympia. It's because she's Dana. And she's special. And she happens to be a female. But it's her brain, not her body. So accusing her of being on steroids is really irrelevant to it's irrelevant to me. Steroids are nothing. If she is on, fucking great. I don't care if she has a 12-inch clit. I don't give a fuck. She's as popular because she's awesome. And that comes from her brain, not her body. Her body helps, but me, I don't compete in fucking natural bodybuilding. I don't claim to be natural. I'm successful in business. I was successful before I came to this industry. I made most of my money in publishing, all right? I killed it in publishing. You guys don't know what I do outside of this industry, guys. This body doesn't do shit. Oh, he's nothing without steroids. Maybe I'm 10 pounds lighter. I'm still going to have just as much money. It's because I use this. So me being on steroids, I'm nothing without steroids. Dana's nothing without steroids. No, we'd still be successful because we have the drive and commitment to make shit happen. Whether our bodies are a part of it is irrelevant. Shit, you can look at some of my old videos at my old company. I was fat as fuck. Steroids weren't helping me then, were they? Nope. When I was 150-pound lightweight, you really think steroids are helping me then? Nope. Still grew a company. Haters gonna hate. But one thing I ask you don't hate women. Don't disrespect women. Try not to do the same for men, but especially for women. Why? It's because that's how the fuck I am. And that's not a game.